What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing another video on the data from a real life round out on an actual golf course, not here in the simulator. Yesterday, me and my friend Keith, who is an extremely good single-digit handicap golfer, we played Cranefield Golf Course over in Clinton, Utah. You can see the overall score here was a 91, 19 over par, which is below my handicap, so it's going to bring that down a little bit. Par 72 course, and we did play from the black tees, which were about 6,200 yards course length. I've been hitting pretty long, and Keith certainly hits pretty long drives himself. Let's hop into the data here. 3 of 14 fairways hit. Wasn't a great day for that. 7 of 18 greens in regulation, 38 putts. 46 on the front, 45 on the back. Not bad. Good round. First hole, 253 yards with the mini driver. Pulled it over to the right. Well, pushed it over to the right technically. Fortunately, it was something I could recover from. I keep doing that. I'm sure that's driving you guys crazy. It's driving me crazy. Pulled out the 4-iron, got the ball up to within 45 yards of the green, chipped her up, and then 2-putted out. Not a whole lot going on there. There's a whole bunch of houses on the left side of this fairway. The ones who haven't gotten smart enough to put up a net yet have basically their vinyl fencing looks like Swiss cheese from all of the errant tee shots. I feel bad for them sometimes. Okay, hole number 2 wasn't bad. 253-yard drive. Over to the right, snagged the 8-iron out of the rough there, popped it up onto the green, and then 2-putted out. We were playing with a couple of guys. One of them was an okay golfer. The other one didn't golf very much at all, but they were playing from the black tees with us, which I found it to be odd. They either didn't know any better or they didn't want to slow the round down by having to move up to different tees, but I actually think it would have sped the round up. They were only with us for 9 holes though. Okay, this was kind of a rough hole. Pulled the tee shot with the 8-iron over to the left, chipped over the green with the lob wedge. And then from there, I was in a place where I was able to putt onto the green. As you guys know, it's kind of difficult to putt out of rough and first cut off the skirt of the green. It's hard to judge distance. And I was able to 2-putt once I was on the green, but one of those 3 putts was the putting off the rough, essentially. And then we crossed the street over to this hole, which Rick rolled me pretty good. I took a lot of penalty strokes on here. Sliced a tee shot over into like a farmer's field that was OB. There were people coming up on us pretty quick, so I just played 3 from here. And then I took my 6-iron, pounded it over into a bush here. I couldn't find my ball, so I took another penalty stroke. From there, was able to chip up onto the green with a lob wedge and 2-putt out. This hole cost me a lot of strokes, and the next hole, we let those gentlemen play through, and then I put a ball in the drink. Hole number 5 over here, before we crossed the street back over onto the main part of the golf course. Took my 4-iron off the tee box, pulled it over into the water, took a drop, but then I was able to chip up onto the green and 2-putt out. It wasn't too bad. My long irons outdoors are absolutely kicking my butt. But there are times in the simulator when I pull a ball over to the left, just like I did here on this hole. Is what it is. Okay, this wasn't a bad hole, but my watch and the app recorded the data semi-incorrectly. Had a really good tee shot, 288-yard tee shot over to the right side of the fairway here. Grabbed my 3-wood and poked another 213-yard shot up, just right of the green. What the app doesn't show you is that there's a bunker right here. I didn't want to hit into the bunker, so I lobbed up. My intent was to lob up over to here to sidestep the bunker, and then that didn't work out. I was short. What this doesn't show you, and what I can't add for some reason, is another shot, another lob shot to get onto the green, and then I 2-putted from there. Scorecard is correct, just the data in this app is missing some stuff, and I don't quite know how to manipulate the app enough yet to fix it, but in future videos we will get there. 7th hole. Absolute banger of a hole. My buddy Keith actually eagled this hole. He had a really bad tee shot, landed over here somewhere, and then took his 4 hybrid and popped it right onto the green, and then 1-putted for an eagle. We jumped up and down and hugged and made a lot of noises. But let's show you what I did on this hole. Amazing tee shot, crushed a 312-yard drive right into the center of the green. Took a 9-iron, put her right on the green there. I meant to say center of the fairway. Popped a 9-iron up and 2-putted out for what does that equal? 1 shot, 2 shot. So that says that I birdied this. I didn't get any birdies though. I think there's a shot missing here too. This is supposed to be a par. So 1, 2, yeah, that says I got a birdie. I didn't. The scorecard won't show a birdie either because there wasn't one there. I'll fix that later if I care enough. Okay. Hole number 8 here. Kind of botched my drive and pulled one up over. It was over by the cart path for the 9th hole. Nice little 8-iron shot over here, and then popped it over with a. It looks like I was close enough to putt. So 8-iron to the edge of the green, and then must have putted onto the green and then 2-putted into the hole. It's pretty cool. It usually doesn't let me enter putter for my shot, because once the watch notices that you're close enough to the hole, it switches to a different mode. Oops. 9th hole. This was a pretty good hole for me. Obviously wrong tee box here. Edit shot location. We were playing off black tees. Done. Okay, 266-yard shot. Just narrowly avoided this waste area over here. It's not actually water. It's just like bushes and crap. And then just a gorgeous little sand wedge into the green, and then 2-putted out. And that's when the other 2 gentlemen we were playing with went back to the clubhouse, and Keith and I continued the round on our own. Here's the 10th hole. Had a little trouble off the tee. Very long shot, just went way over to the right. It's not actually sand. That's just what shows in the GPS here. 285-yard tee shot, and then a 7-iron in. I was right on the edge of the green, so I putted onto the green and then 2-putted to the hole. Pretty stock. If I'm not mistaken, this next par 3 got me pretty good though. Okay. Really piss poor tee shot with a 7-iron. Went over here on the right side of this gigantic bunker. And then chipped over to here with the lob wedge. And then hit one of those stupid hit under the ball, and the ball only went like 3 feet type of chip here. And then I was able to putt over to the hole and putt in. I putted from right here. Super downhill though. It'd have been nice if this 7-iron shot would have just gone on the green, right? Next hole wasn't bad at all. Pretty good outcome. From this far back, it was a blind shot. Obviously, you're not going to try to drive the green. Sliced it over. It wasn't a slice. It was actually a pretty straight shot right off the fairway, 285-yard drive. And then I took a sand wedge into the green and 2-putted out. Good par hole for me. Not much going on there, just a lot of playing off the black tees. Had a couple of blind tee shots for me. This hole was a nightmare. Pretty strange hole for me. Sliced the ball way over to the right off the tee. I hit it way off the toe, 188 yards, so you're talking 90 to 100 yards short of normal. And then I meant to lay up, so I took my 7-iron because I didn't want to hit in this bunker here. I took my 7-iron and hit into this bunker, and then was able to chip onto the green and 2-putt in. But the 7-iron shot I intended to land here. I was not trying to hit the green. It just it went entirely too far for a 7-iron. Just a real flush lucky shot. Okay, hole 14. Little bit shorter of a drive. It only went 235 yards. 7-iron over here, right below the hole, lobbed it on and then 2-putted in. Pretty stock. But it was a par 5, so could have been better, could have been worse. 15th hole. Can you quit doing that? That would be really nice. 15th hole wasn't bad. Crushed my driver down, 285 yards, sand wedge into the edge, and then 2-putted in. Pretty good hole. This hole was not great. As you can see, 210-yard shot with the mini driver. Kind of hooked it over. 7-iron right, so I was trying to lay up before this little creek because it does actually have water in it. Chipped up and then 2-putt in. Not a lot to talk about here. 17th hole. Pretty stock over some water. The wind blew my ball back and to the right. You could see as soon as I hit it, it ballooned up and started to float away. I should have hit I should have hit a pitching wedge, but I hit a gap wedge, even though I knew damn well I had a headwind. Was able to lob it up and then 2-putt on. Not a bad hole, but bogey on a par 3, right? Uh, 18 was okay. Totally missed the fairway here. It was a dog leg right. I don't know what I did, if I towed the ball or whatever. A bit short of a drive, 232 with the mini driver. Was trying to get over here, but instead I landed over here, which isn't actually sand, it's grass. Excuse me. And then took my pitching wedge, thinned it, hit it entirely too far over, almost by the parking lot here by the clubhouse. And then I was able to chip on and then 2-putt. Not a bad hole. Not a bad hole. And that's the end of the round there. 19 over from the black tees. Couldn't be more happy with the outcome. That's 5 or 6 strokes below my handicap. I was playing with Keith, and he's a tremendously good golfer, so he gave me some pointers and straightened my sorry butt out a couple times. But even after those, I don't know what, 4th and 5th holes where I went OB and then lost the ball in the bush and then hit in the water, we were able to come out on top with a 91. Perfectly happy with that score. Like I said, right now I'm floating around a 25-26 handicap, so that is 100% good to go with me. That concludes the hot wash or overview of that round yesterday. One of these days I'll grow a set and take a camera and a tripod out on the golf course with me. I just need to find a good app that has good ball tracers and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I got. I appreciate you guys watching. Next few videos will be here in the simulator because I'm about to roll back into my work week, and I don't typically play during the week because I don't like to burn paid time off if I don't have to. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.